Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome all of you to the 142nd Annual Commencement Ceremony for Webster City High School. My name is Richard Hutchinson, and it is my pleasure to say that I am principal of Webster City High School. I would like to take the time to introduce those that are on stage with me. First, we have Superintendent Dr. Mandy Ross. We have Associate Principal Pat Farley. We have Webster City Board President Beth Van Diest, Director of Teaching and Learning Jama Hissler. We have Marta Pocket and Lauren Smith, counselors for Webster City. Today we will be presenting diplomas to 132 graduating seniors. But before we go any further, I would like to ask if there is anybody in the crowd that has graduated from Webster City High School, will you please stand up? Thank you for that. It's a legacy that we will continue here, and you folks get to be a part of that legacy. At this time, I would like to bring up Jace Abens, Senior Class President, to welcome you on behalf of the 2022 senior class. Jace is the son of Sarah Abens and Tyler Abens. Jace?
I would like to extend another warm welcome and thank you from the class of 2022 to our friends and family here to celebrate the closing of this chapter of our lives and the beginning of the next. The Student Senate and I selected our colors, flower, motto, and song to best represent the class of 2022 in our high school journey. I want to share our choices and give some insight into the meaning behind each. This class has shown Lynx pride from athletics to the arts to cheering from the stands. For this reason, our class colors are purple and gold. Our class flower is the purple morning glory for its ability to rise and bloom again each morning after its flowers closed the night before. Morning glory coffee also happens to be frequented by many of us after a long night of studying. This class has faced adversity on all fronts, from a global pandemic to the tragic loss of a classmate. Each time, we've come together as a team to support each other through life's challenges. We've grown a lot as a class and as individuals over the past 4 years, and the obstacles are perhaps the most valuable part of that journey. Our class motto is a quote from Sean Acker. The most successful people see adversity not as a stumbling stone, but as a stepping stone to greatness. This is an attitude I think everyone should adopt when life just doesn't seem to be going their way. Lastly is our class song, Illinois Loyalty, better known as the school song. We've heard it time and time again, from sports to parades, ringing out with school spirit. This class's spirit and passion show in the many victories we can claim to be a part of. I hope you all continue to be passionate about whatever you pursue, because I know we all have the ability to succeed. But also remember, wherever life takes you, you have a home here in Webster City. Those saints sitting over there and out there, you might call them parents or teachers or coaches. They're our biggest fans. They've supported us through thick and thin, even when we probably don't deserve it. And even after you've crossed this stage and walked out those doors, they'll still be cheering you on. They'll still be here for you. And look around you. Now, we've had our differences, we've had our quarrels, but for the most part, you're surrounded by 131 friends. In the wise words of Ben Rector, you can grow up, make new ones, but you can't make old friends. You're sitting in the midst of a family right now. Congrats, everyone. Go be great.
We will now have a number by our choir. Each year, the senior class elects students that they would like to speak on their behalf. It gives me great pleasure at this time to introduce our first speaker, Charles Stansfield. He is the son of Charles and Lisa Stansfield of Webster City.
Thank you, choir. Before I begin, I would like to thank all the family members, teachers, friends, administrators, custodians, and community members for being here tonight to support the graduating class of 2022. We made it, guys. With all the questions of what are you going to do next year turning into reality, we should all be excited. But don't forget where you came from. Whether you're going to college, trade school, the military, or straight into the workforce, the people in this room today will always be your classmates. Remember that. Our class has been through a lot, from the awkwardness of freshman year, having 3 different principals, enduring through the pandemic, going to dances, and finding our place in the food chain that is the high school. The class of 2022 is filled with memories. I know how exciting it is to be graduating, as it should be, but don't forget where you came from. After this year, you will never step foot in the halls of Webster City High School as a student again. You've left this school with your mark, your abilities, and your legacy. This may be passing your artistic abilities down to younger students, your enthusiasm for bands and plays, or your leadership in a sport you play. Whatever the case may be, your mark has been made, so be proud of what you've done. Never again will you use your 5-digit 22 lunch code to eat your favorite school lunch. Never again will you be able to complain with your friends after a hot day upstairs or how much you don't want to go to advisory. Never again will you be able to go to your favorite teacher's classroom to talk to them about anything and everything. Never again will you read that boring book in English class or put together that history project that's due the next day. Never again will you say, "Go Lynx," in a huddle, sing or play a scale in our band or chorus, film an episode of WCTV, cut a piece of wood with Joel or Joe, or pet a baby sheep with Mr. V. Your dreams and ambitions are coming into focus while our high school chapter closes, but remember how you got there. Growing up has been easy for most of us this year. We've crossed off the boxes of off the checklist of graduation and college prep while putting together our future lives. But let's take a moment to reflect on the awesome experience of high school, because we may never do it again. Only 4 years ago, we started our freshman year where we found our friends and allowed ourselves to start fresh in a new school. We adjusted to a new life of a more flexible schedule, a larger selection of classes, retakes, and the longing for open campus. Moving into sophomore year, we had our homecoming dance and started to understand the importance of our grades. Then COVID hit, and we were all excited to have an extra long break. We felt bad for the seniors, but didn't realize that we would still be missing out on the events and activities. We endured through the couple months of online classes, scooped the loop, and went into summer without much thought about what we had lost. Junior year started off quite a bit different than what we were used to. We waited through block scheduling, not seeing most of our friends and classmates, and having most of the school events canceled or limited. We definitely won't miss the masks that we all wore below our noses, but look back at the prom that we fought to make happen. Towards the end of our junior year, things started to mellow out with the Return to Learn program, where students then had to decide whether to take pass or fail or a grade for the class they took. This is where we finally saw a shift towards a normal high school experience that we were used to. Senior year started only 7 months ago, when high school became fun again, for some. We had lots of new things this year. Hutch coming to us was a true blessing and gave us the ability to do many new things that we weren't able to do before. We had our senior sunrise breakfast, started taking senior pictures, and posted the never-ending senior Sunday pictures on Instagram. Our school was different too. We had new teachers, new opportunities, and were actually able to have fans at the football games. It really was a turning point in the culture of our school. After having the heartbreaking cancellation of school only 2 years ago, our school lost its culture, but our class has started to bring it back. I'm thankful for all of you for having the talents and drive that you do. Having a homecoming parade with our awesome senior leaders, playing an awesome drum line that got all the fans hyped for the big game on Friday night was so fun to watch. We had pep assemblies for fall and winter sports that always got loud, and we even had a variety show that featured some of the best singers and musicians I've ever heard. We raised $18,000 for Dance Marathon, way over our $13,000 goal. Along with having events, I'm glad to see that our class was able to come together to mourn the loss of our late classmate, Gavin Maines, as he was a friend to many. I'm so proud of the culture we brought back to life this year, and you guys made that happen. Coming to Webster City in 7th grade, I thought that I would never adapt to the way this town works. I quickly learned that I was in a class that was not only so tight and smart, but also so involved in everything. I'm proud to say that I grew up in Webster City, and even more proud to be a Lynx. Next year will be so different, but don't grow up too fast. As we all know, it goes by so fast, so have fun and enjoy the moments as they come. In closing, as you walk across this stage today, excited for the future, remember that you're a Lynx, and be proud of the legacy you're leaving behind. Thank you, and go Lynx.
Thank you, Charlie. Our next speaker is Delaney Capriva. Delaney is the daughter of Joe and Sarah Capriva of Webster City.
Good afternoon. I'm Delaney Capriva, and I am very excited to be here talking in front of all of you today. It's hard to believe that I'm standing here at my high school graduation when there were plenty of days my mom wasn't sure this would happen. See, Mom, I told you not to worry. High school graduation is the moment that we have all been waiting for. Some of us since the first day that we walked into these doors at WCHS our freshman year. It can be exciting and scary at the same time. We have spent the last 12 years of our lives together, growing up, making friends, and making memories. We have been together through it all. The voice cracks, bad acne, first crushes, learning to drive, gaining independence, triumph, and tragedy. Take a moment to look around and wave at your friends. Hi, Cole. This is the last time that we will all be here together as students. I'm sure I can speak for most of us when I say that I am very grateful for the memories that WCHS has given us. I can confidently say that the class of 2022 has produced some pretty stellar individuals. From a 4-time state wrestling qualifier to a cancer survivor turned collegiate athlete, an all-state performer, speech performer, and many high academically achieving individuals. And that's just to name a few. Our class is a class to be remembered. It can be somewhat overwhelming and a tad bit scary to think that we will soon be looking around a classroom or an office made up of unfamiliar faces. Our paths are going to lead us in different directions. Sitting among us could be the next Nobel Peace Prize winner, an award-winning author, Olympic athlete, or the next Broadway star. It's hard to predict where we all are all headed, but knowing that we started this journey together brings a smile to my face. Knowing that no matter where our lives and paths take us, we will always be a member of the class of 2022. To paraphrase the wise words of Troy Bolton from High School Musical 3, Webster City High is a place where teachers inspired us to break the status quo and define ourselves as we choose, where a jock can cook up a mean creme brulee and a brainiac can break it down on the dance floor. Webster City is having friends for the rest of our lives, and that means we really are all in this together. And remember, once a Lynx, always a Lynx.
At this time, we will have a number from our band.
Good afternoon. At this time, I would like to recognize the students receiving the Cessna 3.75 Scholar Award. These students have earned a cumulative grade point average of 3.75 or above for their high school career, ranking them as the top students in the class of 2022. Students, when your name is called, please stand and face the audience and remain standing so that you may be recognized for your academic excellence. Members of the audience, I ask that you please hold your applause until all students have been identified. Jace Abens, Benjamin Otterer, Marissa Bloom, Caitlin Cassidy, J.C. Crutcher, McKaylee Dreger, Elena Finucane, Bo Claver, Cody Colbeck, Jenna McKinney, Allison Oswald, Noah Ray, Mara Range, Dasha Sankey, Drew Schwerin, Charles Stansfield, Devin Stokes, Kelly Stokes, Emma Stroner, Livia Taylor, Aurora Wiedemann, and Kaylee Wilbom. Round of applause for these folks, please. Students, please be seated.
Good afternoon. Mrs. Van Diest, Mr. Hutchinson, and Mr. Farley. On behalf of the staff and the administration of Webster City High School, I proudly present the class of 2022. I am pleased to announce that each of these 132 students have completed all requirements as set forth by the Iowa Department of Education and the Webster City Community Schools Board of Education. Seniors, graduation is a starting point for the next chapter in your journey in life. Listen to your heart and let it carry you in the direction of your dreams. But always do this with integrity and with care for those around you. In this journey, you may never imagine that you could change the world, yet each of you will change the world in some way. You've already started to make some changes during your 4 years at Webster City High School by your accomplishments in the fine arts, academics, athletics, student council, buildings and trades, FFA, and any number of other activities. As evidenced by these accomplishments, the world will be a better place because of you. As your superintendent, I am proud of each and every one of you for your impact on our school and our community. I wish you the very best as you go into this next part of your life's journey. You are the pride of Webster City. Once a Lynx, always a Lynx. Now, it is my great honor to recommend that these 132 seniors be granted diplomas to signify the completion of these state and local graduation requirements. Congratulations, seniors. Attendants, please come forward.
Jace Tyler Abens. Chandler Ady Adams. Kaylee Ulissa Alvarero Ramirez. Xavier Ezekiel Amador in absentia. Abraham Luther Ambrose. Gracie Jane Anderson. Justin Wyatt Arbaugh. Garrett Evan Arnold. Benjamin Lloyd Otterer. Mateo Robert Baez. Aaron Sue Bailey. Braden Evan Burhow. Brock Eugene Burhow. Cole William Bingham. Chase Michael Black. Mac Andy Blanton. Marissa Lynn Bloom. Matthew Isaac Burkowski. Atit Kenny Boompon. Hannah Nicole Brandt. Austin Wade Bryan. Mackenzie Jean Burney. Joshua Alexander Butler in absentia. Kayla Kaez Otera. Caitlin Maria Carr. Caitlin Michelle Cassidy. Juan Alberto Casillas Meza. Aurora Opal Christensen. Brenna Nicole Croy. JC Marie Crutcher. Dylan Wayne Drager. McKaylee Maddie Drager. Jaden Elizabeth Dutton. Zachary Michael Divig. Evan Matthew Eslin. Kendall Marie Feltz. Elena Kate Finucane. Caleb Paul. Wyatt James Frank in absentia. Alyssa Pearl Gamble. Mariah Ann Gilbert. Anna Luz Gomez Lopez. Brandon Wayne Griffin. Noah Lawson Griswold. David Joshua Gutierrez. Hallie Jean Hackbarth in absentia. Jacob Ali Hernandez. Emily Jean Hill. Isabella Joanna Hint. Garrett John Holgraver. David Michael Hollander. Braden Howard Hughes. Skylar Glenn Jackson. Riley Marshall Patrick Jensen. Molly Caroline Kinville, Bo Benjamin Claver, Truman Michael Klein, Carter John Keppen, Cody Dean Colbeck, Delaney Ray Capriva, Mason Floyd Lake, Braden Peter Larson, Kenneth William Logue, Celia Lopez Guindele, Alexis Marie Luke.
At this time, we would like to honor a member of the class of 2022 that we tragically lost this spring. Please join us for a moment of silence in remembrance of Gavin Lee Maines. Christopher Martinez. Allie Diana Martinez. Kayla Martinez Lozano. Caden Jesse Massman. Sean Alexander Matthias. Jackson Alexander McBride Roberts. Bronwyn Evie Ashton McKee. Jenna Lynn McKinney. Samuel Isaiah Moberly. Luis Antonio Montes Zaragoza. Jeremiah James Moore. Walter Moriera Suarez. Tucker Marty Douglas Murray. Levi Elijah Mussman. Amber Michelle Myers. Seth Allen Nelson. Eleanor Adeline Estella O'Hearn. Allison Ann Oswald. Joseph Neal Ott. Adelie Janae Peterson. Cameron Noy Petsampan. Cameron Sue Prusman. Shelby Eve Queen. Noah Benjamin Ray. Jose Luis Ramirez Rios in absentia. Jenna Lynn Range. Mara Gale Range. Cole David Reiling. Haley Marie Roost. Dasha Lee Michaela Sankey. Sydney Ann Harlow Schmidt. Drew Matthew Schwering. Serena Sangpong. Bailey Gail Ray Shubin in absentia. Jade Paige Simpson. Kenneth Brian Smith. Walker Washington Smith in absentia. Autumn Rain Sperling. Kaiser Roland Stanley. Charles John Stansfield. Jasmine Marie Stetz. Devin Braden Stokes. Kelly Lee Stokes. Emma Faye Stroner. Sierra Alice Stuberud in absentia. Jamin Russell Stewart. Jordan Maeve Sullivan. Molly Morgan Summers. Hunter James Taylor. Livia Nicole Taylor. Jasmine Marielsa Tevelon. Jordan Ann Tofty. Samantha Torres Morales. Cody Austin Van Kooten. Jessica Yolanda Vasquez Ramos. George Vila in absentia. Aurora Noel Weideman. Kaylee Joe Whipholm. Caden Scott Wilms in absentia. Colton James Wood. Lucas Martin Yoder. Colin Carrington Zimmer. Rylan J. Zorn.
Oh, nice job, Jamin. What a great class. What a great day. What a good time to be a part of Webster City. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, it gives me great honor to present to you the class of 2022. Attendants, come forward.